Hello adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. Today has been a great day. Today has been filled with a lot of interesting things. Number one, I was able to wake up this morning and have a successful day. I was able to office. All those things are great. I stopped in at the Lake Havasu Starbucks and they actually had a new menu item that I tried out. It's like this sausage croissant. Not bad, not bad. I always try to give feedback on the things that I get to you guys, so if you see them, you can check them out. They have that, and then they have this other thing that's called the falafel something. I'm not sure, but if you see it, let me know how it is. I also met 3 older gentlemen who were sitting here and having a wonderful conversation, and I overheard something and I was just like, hey, hi guys, sorry I overheard you. And in doing so, it created this wonderful conversation, and I am so excited to have met them. They were all very nice, and so it just made my day. It put a smile on my face. You never know who you'll meet on the road, and just by being social, you can get to know new people in just such a fun way. But with that, it is getting later in the day. I have clocked out for the day when it comes to work, and now it's time for me to go to my campsite to figure out some dinner. So with that, I have about a 10-minute drive ahead, and I found out that there's something that I might be able to see tonight, so we're gonna try. We're gonna try to see it from our campsite. According to the man at the museum earlier, I should be able to see it if they're doing it tonight. So cross your fingers, guys, and buckle up, Buttercup, because Transformers, we're rolling out. It's been a pretty decent day here, 65 degrees, but it is overcast and it rained for a while, so that kind of put a damper on things, but that's okay. I also found out that one of the places that I wanted to camp yesterday has overflow parking for this big event, and that makes so much more sense now because I just kept seeing all of these people and all of these signs, and that was for the event. So it makes way more sense why there's so many people in Havasu right now. Apparently it is a pyrotechnic event where they shoot off fireworks. Last night I thought that somebody was like at a shooting range or something. I could hear pop, 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 pop. And I was like, okay, I don't know if this is a good place that I can stay, but I knew that I'd stayed just down the road and there was no shooting range. So I was real confused. But now knowing that they're supposed to be, if it's not raining, shooting off the big ones tonight. Ah! So this is something that they do annually, just like they do buses by the bridge here. They have several really interesting events. They also have a hot air balloon event that goes on in Lake Havasu. So if you've never been to Lake Havasu, please look up their schedule of events before you come, and maybe you could luck into a really cool one. With that, I need to buckle up. We got to get out of here. You can always tell when I'm in a super good mood because something has brought joy to me, because the music that I typically pick out for my channel is always just a random song that pops into my head or inspires me. And today I noticed that, like, whenever I woke up, I was like, I don't really have a song this morning. That's kind of weird. I didn't have one. And then I went on throughout my day and I was like, okay, it's been pretty quiet over here for me. But as soon as I met those gentlemen, a song popped into my head and I was like, okay, yeah, we're back in business now. We're back in business. What is that song? Well, I'll tell you in a little bit. I'll tell you in a bit. We're doing good. We're feeling good. And we're feeling happy. I think I'm gonna try to go back to the place that I went to yesterday. I'm not sure if it's gonna work out or not. I thought about going to a different campsite, but I know that one, so maybe I'll just go there. I have a tire that is extremely low, so I need to get my tire pump out, I think. So that is definitely something I'm gonna have to do. Let me check the weather to see if it's gonna rain tomorrow. If it is, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it tonight. I don't like to open the roof box when it's this windy, but I may have to. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be raining, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that pump out, and I'll just put it in the front seat, and that way if I need to air it up again. I don't know if I have like a slow leak or if I have a nail. I'll look at it in the morning to see if it's gone back down, but that way if it has, I can find a tire shop and then take it directly in. That is unfortunate. Super unfortunate. This is gonna take a minute. Okay, I got my slime out, and this is the easiest way for me to do this. I think I'm gonna run it through the back because that would be the fastest outlet to get to the back. So I'll just close up the van with the exception of that door. Oh, it's chilly outside. It's definitely chilly, but this will easily fit kind of somewhere in the van after, because I'm probably gonna need this if I have something in the tire. Not fun, not fun. That's gonna be super sad because these are still fairly new tires. So maybe it's just a plug or a patch I need at the same time. I wonder what happened. Oh well, that's neither here nor there. We just gotta fix it. Cause yeah, that thing is low. I don't see anything in it, but what I might do is after I put some air in it, move it around to see if I see anything. Inside we go to pull out the slime. I like this thing. I've had this for a long time. It works well. Pretty wedged in here though. So there we go, and just gotta untangle everything. I don't necessarily need all these pieces. I just need a few of them. So there we go, this untangled. Don't know why it was stored like that. That was weird. And then I have this in case I need to extend it. With the spacing on this though, I don't think I'm gonna have to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just loosen this off. And then I should be able to just use the regular part somehow. There it goes. Okay, and then I just need to untangle all of this. This will go into my 12 volt, and then this other side will attach to the tire. Light turns on, so power is on. Okay, that's gonna work. So let me take it outside. Okay, my back tires are supposed to have 44 in them. That's still a little shy, but I wanted to come over and get my actual gauge so I can check it by hand, in addition to being able to check it with this guy. And then after I unplug it, I'll move forward just a little bit. I don't see anything though. That's the more concerning part. And the sun has come out from behind the clouds, so it's wonderful. So here we go. I'll check it. Now I get to put this up and then move forward or backwards. I guess I could do both. I'll do backwards first. And then again, I'm just gonna leave all this where I can get to it in the morning because I feel like that was not a normal amount of pressure. You know, I feel like that was very, very low. Okay, I see nothing. I see absolutely nothing. So I don't know, maybe it's a slow leak, but that's a fast, slow leak because I checked my tires this morning and it wasn't low. It's okay. It's okay. I can't really do anything about it. Again, I'll just check it in the morning and see where we're at. The only thing I can think of is if it's just like a very small something, but I couldn't find anything, so can't do anything about it tonight. Tomorrow might be a very interesting adventure path though. That makes me stressed a little bit. Very, very stressed. The good news is the integrity of the tire looks good. It doesn't look like it has any like pull away, anything that might have hit the side on the outer part at least. On the inside though, I don't know. And I don't know how to get in there unless I like get under there. Maybe I could set my camera up where I can like see under there. Maybe that's a tomorrow thing. I don't know. It's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything up. I can do my window covers now. Dun, dun, dun. Just another day of van life. By the way, I got my window covers and I forgot to tell you my song of the day. I got distracted. Wow, I got distracted by actual life issues. Oh no! That song of the day is Ordinary People by John Legend. I don't know why that came into my mind, but it did, and I really appreciated it and enjoyed it, and I sang it all day, and it just kind of fit the mood. It was like a cool vibe, but at the same time, has a lot of meaning behind it. If you haven't heard it, please go check it out. But with that, I am gonna get my life together. I promise. I swear. It's gonna happen. Also, I feel like I need to move back up a foot because I feel like now I'm leaning weird. So I'll do that, and then I'll cover my windows, and then I'll fix dinner. And then tomorrow when I wake up, we'll see if I am in chaos and peril again. I sure hope not. Also, the sun is starting to set now, and even though it is still super bright, it is beautiful. I don't hear a leak, so I'm really confused now, but we're getting close. Okay, I made it in and everything's kind of put away. I gotta figure out the food now. So that part, and I'm getting a little bit later start than I wanted to because it took me about 25 minutes, so I'm losing a little bit more of the daylight. I was hoping to keep this side door open because the wind is actually coming from this side, so there's no dust. And I was really enjoying just being able to see, but now the pretty view is almost gone. I mean, I still see some pretty clouds, but it's not quite as bright as I wanted it to be. That's okay, it's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself set up, but I need to kind of go through my things to figure out what exactly I'm making now. Okay, since I still haven't gone to the grocery store, I have these that I could have, which would be easier to make. Although I will say that I'm probably gonna be making whatever I'm making in the jewels, so these might take up a little bit more space than I have in there because these both swell a bit more. Otherwise, I have some mashed potatoes. These are always good little easy things to keep in the van just in case it's a day like today where the day gets away and I need something to eat, but I forgot to go to the store. So maybe I'll have some mashed potatoes with sausage tonight. It'll be a variation of what I ate last night, I guess. Or I could use this leftover tortelloni, boil the water, put it in, cook these, and have a sausage with those in the jewel. That could be fun. Let's experiment with the jewel and do these, actually. I think that would be smart. That way I can use up this last little bit, and then I could also use up one of my sausages. And if I do that, it's like a little soup in the jewel. So I haven't tried to make a soup in the jewel, so I'm sure I could. I could also bring down the Instant Pot, but I don't really need the Instant Pot for this because it's just for me, so I don't really need that much. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to use the jewel, some pasta, a little bit of the sausage, and then I'll see if there's anything else I want to throw in there. We'll see. Could be interesting. Ooh, I could definitely use a little bit of this tomato and ricotta pesto in there too. That would be delightful, I think. And then I'll add some water to make it more liquidy because I don't have any broth with me. And then I could also add possibly a little bit of cheese in there to make it more creamy. That could be delightful. So the simple ingredients for this are just water, a little bit of this pasta sauce, some cheese, tortellinis, and some sausage. Now, if I had some spinach, it would be really good in this, but I don't have any with me. So I need to go to the grocery store, but until then, this should be a super simple, easy to eat and easy to make dish, and it'll be cozy because it's kind of chilly. Okay, I cut up one sausage link into little chunks, and I'm gonna put that in the jewel. I'm gonna add my tortellini in here. Okay, this is just an Aldi brand tomato ricotta pesto. Should be pretty good. We'll see. Oh, it smells so good. I won't need to use the whole thing, but I do need to use a little bit of it. So I will say I would use about half for this because I'm building a base, and the base needs some substantial flavor because otherwise it's just gonna be water since I don't have broth. I am gonna put some other seasonings in here too though, but I'll season it after it's gotten going a little bit. So I'm gonna say about half of this jar should be good. Looks like this. Sauce on top of pasta and sausage, no big deal. I'm gonna taste it though. That's gonna be so good. Now it's time for the big event, the water. So I'm just going to pour enough to make it into a good soup, and enough to make the tortellinis, have enough to get nice and delightful. We'll say I think it's going to need a little bit of something though after adding that water, so I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple of other seasonings. I did a little bit of the regular salt and pepper, and then I really like this Asiago cheese, but I have a different one that I kind of want to try. I have this everything bagel jalapeno, which I think will give it a nice kick, so we're going to try this one instead. So I'll just put a little bit of this on top, and then I'll stir it around. I want a hefty amount of that seasoning in there. That was still very little though, you can see from the container, but that's going to make a nice flavor. Last but not least, I'm going to add a little bit of Monterey Jack just for the creaminess, just a tad bit though. Normally I could add some cream cheese also, but I don't want to open my cream cheese just yet because I'm not ready to use the rest of it, and I definitely don't need the whole thing for this. So just a tiny bit of this will work. Also, if I had a little heavy cream, that would help it out, but I don't have that either. So either one of those things could be a better substitute than just the cheese part, but it's going to be good. Okay, one more stir. Make sure that all of those seasonings are stirred in there really nicely. And already that kind of changed the consistency and color, so that's good. And we're using the all powers again just so that I can continue to test it to see kind of what's going on with it. Pulling about 489 to 490 watts right now. The jewel's pretty effective. And of course, as always, as it's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and put up my other things that I need to put away. So that means I'll put away the other cold items back into the fridge. I will make sure to change into my pajamas. I'll get settled for my evening. I'll find something that I can watch. At least I think I can do all of that. This thing is so fast. fast that I might not get all that stuff done, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Oh no, it's causing a problem. I'm trying to get it before it gets too far onto the carpet. I think I'm going to have a stain there though, so I've got to do some cleaning. I got the battery up. I'm just trying to scrub the floor so it doesn't set in with a stain. Oh my gosh. It's because I'm on an incline. This is something I didn't anticipate. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I've almost got all of it up. There's a little tiny bit that's still hanging on, but I am pretty pleased with the fact that I just scrubbed this up before it sank in. I was fast with it. Now, did I go through like 50 baby wipes because I can just scrub and scrub and scrub with them? Yes. Am I okay with that? Yeah, because I can buy more. Not a big deal. I don't want to have to replace a carpet. And you're probably thinking, well, why do you have carpet? Well, because normally this does not happen. Life on the road usually doesn't look like a crisis every single day, but when it does, oh, it's interesting. So today I've had two weird things, and that's where we're going to stop because that's all I'm going to do today. I'm just going to sit down and relax because I've earned it now, and I figure that this soup is going to be delightful and it'll be a good way for me to like relax, but before I'm able to relax, I'm going to have to work a little bit harder. I put in a full day of work between going to the museum, sharing a video, and then also doing a full-on office day where I did not only my YouTube stuff, but my other stuff. And I was there till like 5:30. I clocked out for the day, and that's where the next job began, which was just living. Just like when you're into sticks and bricks, weird stuff happens sometimes. It's just this time you have to deal with it in a different location than you might be familiar with. So for example, in the morning, if I wake up, my tire's flat, guess what? I gotta go find a tire shop. It just is what it is. There's no going about not doing that. If it's fine, then we'll figure out what's going on, I guess, but I'll just keep that pump down just in case, because that was weird. That was super weird. But unlike being in a sticks and bricks where you might have a favorite tire shop, you're on the road, so you have to find different ones. And unless you go to like a franchise, you may not be able to find the same one that you're interested in. That part can be stressful sometimes. However, just like a silly thing like this where I'm like, oh no, we have weird things that happen at a sticks and bricks just the same. So all in all, I would say that it's very similar doing van life to having a regular everyday life that looks like a house or an apartment, but it's just filled with challenges that might look slightly different and have to be figured out. You know, that's the one thing. If you're willing to do a challenge, you can have some pretty cool experiences, like meeting those guys this morning. That still made my day. You know, I'm still smiling because even when this stuff happens, there's enough joys that outweigh the stresses. And not everybody's life is like that. Some people choose to go along with the stress and strain, and that is reflected in their life. Because as silly as it sounds, I feel like the world gives you what you're trying to put out. So if you're putting out weirdness, you're going to probably get weirdness. If you're putting out positivity, even when there is weird stuff, you're still going to find the silver lining and you're going to get through it. And you're going to be a lot less stressed out. So I choose joy, I choose happiness, and I choose positivity. And because of that, the situations that I have, even though sometimes stressful, can still be something I navigate. Like this stain. Okay, and just like that, we are finally finished. The floor will recover. I will be satisfied and everything will be okay. The funniest thing in this entire predicament is that I was going to leave the tortellinis steeping in the Joule. Well, I didn't get to do that because I had to get them out. So I put them in the bowl. The same thing. I was thinking I needed that cap in order to really lock in that moisture so that they could absorb it. No. After they get to that temperature, they can just sit for a little bit and they're good to go. Tonight was crazy. Tonight was weird. Tonight definitely didn't go to plan. But at the same time, in the midst of all that, I still have a delicious meal to eat and I am very excited. Not to mention, I think I at least know what I need to do tomorrow if it is something bad. So we've made a plan. Now, will that plan work out? I just don't know. But we will have to see, and we're going to be doing that tomorrow. So we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time. Laugh at the things. I mean, what else do? You still get the good soup at the end. Bye.